Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Aquarian Mind podcast. Today's podcast, episode number 50, the Big 50. I'm your host, Jamel Crothers. And today it's Wednesday Motivation and Inspiration. And we're up to the letter N. And the letter N stands for negativity. So the title of this is Negativity Will Hinder You. A little quote before we start. You can't live a positive life with a negative mind. Now, the title itself explains everything, but let's be honest here. You can't live a positive life with a negative mind. Now, negative thoughts affect your mind and negativity will hinder you no matter what. So think about your surroundings. Think about the environment that you are currently in. Think about the people that are in your life. Are they good people, bad people, a mix? Some are kind of on the good spectrum one minute and the negative the next, and the negative drags you down. Think about the people who drag you down and exert a lot of energy from you that you don't need to exert. Think about the friends who are pushing you to be great, and think about the friends who really don't give a damn about you, who really don't even care about your life journey. They're only focused on theirs, and they only call you to talk about their problems and what they're going through. And then think about your own personal life and what you are focused on and what's important to you. Have you thought about all of that? Good. Now, all the negativity that you have around you, can you control it? Because if you can, it's time to start eliminating people. And I'm talking about people in your personal life, people on your social media, people in your workspace, at work, in your workplace. Any aspect of your life, if there's negativity, that person just needs to move to the side in a nutshell. And you may have to delete phone numbers, and you may have to block phone numbers. And I'm going to use myself as an example real quick, because there are people I can exert energy. I can only exert but so much energy. I can't be on the phone with them sometimes because their energy is going to suck the life out of me. So sometimes I have to be simple. I have to text them every once in a while, and then sometimes I can talk to them on the phone when I have the time and patience to want to deal with what they're dealing with. Because guess what? I have my own battles and my own challenges that I face, and sometimes my mind drifts off into negativity. And I have to get back on track because I have goals to accomplish. And certain people that are around you and in your life, they don't have goals. So guess what? They're gonna drag your butt down with them. I'm just keeping it honest, keeping it 100. And this is a chance for you to motivate yourself and get yourself out of the rut that you're in. And we all go through it. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you have a negative mindset, it's not going to get you anywhere. And I've had to learn that along the way, and I've learned that the hard way in some instances and situations in my personal life. And I've had to have friends tell me, look, you've got to get your mind right. You've got to heal from whatever you've gone through experience-wise. So what I'm trying to tell you is that the more positive you are, the better outcomes you'll have. And thinking positively that things are going to work out when it comes to life, it goes a long way. And don't get me wrong, it's not easy to have a positive mindset all the time, but, life has a way of working out when you are thinking in a positive way. Now, a lot of things can contribute to having negative thoughts in your head. And don't get me wrong, we're all not mentally strong. We do have our off days, and that's okay. long as you don't stay in that place for too long. Because it can be a myriad of things that can have you in a negative mindset. But what I will tell you is that you can't let that break you, and you can't let it get to you. Because there are so many negative forces in the world: people, things, environment. And the world's built off negativity, if you really think about it. If you sit and you look at the content that's on television, the news broadcasts that are shown to you, the violence that's shown on a lot of TV shows and reality TV, and then you go outside into the real world and then you see all of this negativity around you, it gets to be a little hard to try to be positive. But if you surround yourself with the right people, you'll be able to stay focused on what you're trying to do. And for me, I keep as many people around me that are motivated to get themselves to greater heights. I have, one best friend who wants to leave New York, and I keep him motivated in that aspect. And I've left New York, and guess what? Me doing it has him motivated to want to do it himself. I have another friend who's focused on his child and his daughter and bettering his finances, and he's doing certain things that are getting himself to that place. And then I have another friend who has goals of buying a home, and we have those discussions. And then, I have my mom who has goals of not living in New York forever, and she has goals of leaving New York in a few years. So I have people around me who always are driven and motivated to do great things. And that's so important. Now, what I will say is that if you're in a negative environment, work on being in an environment that will help you prosper and strive for greatness. Because the world, it is not built for you to be happy. I'm going to tell you that right now. And you are bigger and better than the negativity that goes on around you and the negativity that infiltrates your mind at times. A toxic environment can hinder your success. I'm going to tell you that again. A toxic environment can hinder your success. Also, rushing the process of wanting results keeps you from achieving success. So focus on what you can control and let the rest work out for itself. It's the biggest thing that I'm going to tell you. The journey is a marathon. It is not a 100-meter race. A marathon is like a long distance run. So if you ever watch track and field and you see those long distance runners running around the track for long periods of time, just think about that as your life. It's a marathon. Nothing's going to happen fast. So there are going to be ups and downs in whatever you're doing and whatever you're focused on. So no, you're not always going to be happy, mentally focused, wanting to do things. But I will tell you, there are going to be more days that you're going to be focused in doing things than days that you're not going to be doing things. And for me, it's taken me quite some time to get myself out of the negative mindset that I've had in regards to certain aspects of my life. And I've had to learn some lessons along the way. And I'm thankful that I've learned some lessons. Some of them were hard lessons, but guess what? Sometimes you got to learn them the hard way. But what I will say is that you will come out on top at the end. I promise you that. So whatever you need to do to get yourself out of the negative mindset that you may be currently in, do it. Whether it's talking to a family member, a best friend, journaling, speaking to a professional, recording yourself, journaling, whatever you need to do, please do it. I promise you, you're going to get to where you need to be. The road is hard, but at the end, there's light at the end of the tunnel. With that said, that's my podcast for today. Thank you guys for listening. I hope that what I share with you will motivate you a little bit in some way. And if I've reached one or two people, I feel that I've done my service and I've done what I needed to do. So I'm out of here. Stay tuned for Book Insight Friday. Be good, everyone, and go accomplish your goals.